All right, I think we are live and running. Yeah. So I wanted to talk today. Hi, everybody, Dynam out of here. Almost forgot to say. Um, as you can see, I have a spread here, a spread of water bottles. And I've been using a water bottle at work for as long as I've been back to work, I think, or actually maybe even before that, was I using a water bottle? I don't know. I used to use actually this one right here. I'll pull this out, and you can see it has a handle on it. And I think this is really cool because I could put the handle in my pocket and I would be hands-free. That was actually really cool for me. But the top of this was really weird, and I put like tape on top of it because it had extra holes on it, and the water would come through the extra holes. Um, so that really was terrible for this. So the top really wasn't good, but I really like the handle. All right, moving on. Then I actually really like this one because I could put a carabiner on it. It was also a code pen one, so that was really cool too. Um, but the nozzle on this gets really dirty, and it also started getting funky on the inside even after cleaning it. So, I'm not a fan of that. I've used this Contigo one for a really long time. So long, in fact, that I actually have two of them. I don't have the second one here, but I have two of these. Okay, um, and I like it because it has a locking thing over here, so you can lock this so it doesn't like tip. And then you have this that opens up the spout. But it was one of those chugger ones, right? And I really like this, and I would have continued to use it. But the thing that I was having difficulty on, and my fiance would complain about all the time, is that I wasn't drinking enough water. Um, I basically need about like six of these a day, and I'm not keeping track of, you know, how many of these I'm having in a particular day, and it's just like a little, difficult to like know how many of these I'm having. And she actually has a much larger water bottle that actually tells you like on the side, like how it's tracking throughout the day. But you know, even so, like um, I need reminders. I need to be reminded because I get zoned into my work or if I'm gaming or whatever, I get zoned in and I'm not paying attention to stuff. But I am paying attention to my phone. I think everyone is doing that, right? They're always looking at their phone for the next latest you know um, notification. And if you're always looking at your phone might as well tell you like, hey, you should be drinking. So there's an app for that. Before I actually tell you about this, the bottle that I actually purchased, which is actually hiding here among the other ones, is that I was searching for a smart water bottle probably at least all year, since at least maybe before that, because kind of her telling me that I haven't, she needs to remind me and telling me that I'm not drinking enough water. So it really, I understand like how important hydration is to go ahead and like flush your body, with good stuff, or flush the bad stuff out to get the good stuff. So anyway, I was in search of the right water bottle to choose, and when it comes to water bottle, like smart water bottles, there's a lot of different kinds of smart water bottles, but the one that I was looking for specifically, that I think is the most important one, of course, is one that reminds you via the phone. Okay, so that was like the primary and the biggest primary like thing that I was looking for is like it has to remind you via phone. It can't be something like where the bottle like vibrates or does something like that because the bottle isn't going to be on me all the time. I have a fairly sizable apartment, and the bottle could be anywhere in the apartment. It could be in my work desk, it could be in my living room, my bedroom, wherever that could be. And I need to. I have my phone on me more often, and I can of course find my phone. I'll probably be looking for my phone before I'll be looking for my water bottle. So once I have find the phone, then look at the notifications, and I have this OCD with notifications where I have to get rid of them. But you can see the notification where okay, it's telling me to stay hydrated or drink water or whatever it's doing. I should do that. So it reminds me to do that, which is great. Um, so there are other smart water bottles out there. Excuse me, I need a drink. I won't tell you which one it is though yet. Um, there are other smart water bottles out there that do other things. Many of them will remind you via the bottle itself. So it'll either glow or maybe it beeps. I'm not sure if does those things. It could actually adjust the temperature potentially on these things. And then there's a one that's doing a really hard campaign about adding flavors to the bottle to the water. So like you can automatically like you have those like flavor things in the bottom of the water bottle, and they like infuse the water. And I'm like, why don't you just do that before you put the stuff in? Like I don't understand why you have to take up essentially 1/3 of the bottle's size with these capsules to infuse the water. Like why don't you just do that before? I don't understand the point of it, and it's stupid expensive for that thing. So anyway, there's a lot of them out there. Also, you have to pay attention to what apps they use. Like I think Thermos actually has a really good water bottle, smart water bottle, but I think it's only iOS only. I think they had an Android app, but it just apparently is like subpar. I was really scared of it. Um, so the water bottle company that I went with was the Hydrate company. It's Hydrate. It's the Hydrate Spark series because they've actually made a series of these water bottles. They've been actually improving them over the first iteration. They're on their third iteration now. So these are obviously people who are not doing this as a novelty thing, like, ooh, put smart technology into a water bottle because everything is IoT now. These are people that are actually committed to making, smart water bottles over an iterative process of learning about the things that people want in a water bottle. And I think, at this point, with this third iteration, they've done it right. So this is the water bottle. It doesn't come with the carabiner, but it does come with this strap on here. So I just put the carabiner on it for now. There are a couple different versions of this. They actually recently came out with this one, which is the stainless steel model, and they have another one that I think is plastic or whatever. So they also have this is the 17-ounce version. There's a 21-ounce version. I rather would have gotten the 21, but they sold out when I was purchasing them. So 17. And then there's also two different versions of the top. You have the chug version, which is very similar to this, where you just kind of like pour it over. And then you have the spout version, which is what this one is, which comes out like this. And again, I actually was rathering the chug version, but I'm getting used to the spout version because you can actually like, fully close the thing. So that works like this. So that's how this works. I realized I was covering the microphone for most of that, so hopefully you heard me. But yeah, this is the Hydrate 3 17-ounce spout version of the bottle. Okay, there's nothing visually interesting about the bottle. It's just a matte black for the most part. There is this like this bottom on here which will light up to remind you to drink the water by itself. But actually the app goes off first before this thing does, because I think at this point this thing will. I'm still learning a little bit about the notifications, but at this point I think if you haven't seen your app for a while, I think this is when this actually will light up. It also can light up when you finish your goal of drinking all the water you're supposed to be drinking in a day. So. The other things, well, I guess we should talk about the app, right? So I've actually hooked up the app to the screen. So we're going to take a look at this in a moment. Let me just pop it in here. Okay. All right, so this is my phone here. We're going to go to the Hydrate Spark app, and this is what it looks like. It's trying to connect to, that's connected. Okay, so on the top left, I was looking at the connected status. Okay, so this is your home screen. And it kind of shows you progress throughout the week. So you can see, I got it actually on Monday, and I, tried it for a little while. I need to actually charge the thing when I got it, so it takes a little while to charge. On Tuesday, I did a pretty good, almost 100% on my goal. Wednesday, I was a little off. Thursday, which is not today, I'm not sure why that says today there, but Thursday was 100%, Friday 100%, and Saturday we just started. It's actually kind of early in the morning on Saturday. It's 10:36. So then it shows you this big circle thing here, and that's your progress. That's the percent to goal, which is the first number on the bottom. Tells you how many number of bottles that you'll need to fill up and complete in order to finish the entire cycle, and it gives you a nice little 2-day streak. This last icon over here allows you to add cups of water that did not come from the bottle. So the bottle is going to tell actually determine how much water you've actually drank. Um, and then you have some more metrics over here. This is today's metrics. I'm assuming we could do a week here. Let's see. Oh, you can do the month apparently, not the week. I guess the week is the other one, so I guess that's not like it is. But yeah, there you go. So that's cool. Um, I haven't gone through the entire app personally. Then you have a profile, I guess. So you have a 7-day rank, and you could have friends apparently if you wanted to do this as a competitive thing. I have no idea. Then you have the bottle itself. These are your settings, and you could see on where it says Donnie's Hydrate bottle, 17 ounce. On the bottom of that, you have the bottle itself. You have a battery indicator and the Bluetooth, which is how it connects. You have this glow thing where you can actually have the thing glow, so you can't see it right now. I could show you when we come back to the camera that it is actually glowing. You can change the color of the glow. A lot of different ones. I like to do the magenta personally. And then you have this additional options. You could do a whole bunch of things like recalibrate. Recalibrate is going to be important, especially when you first get the bottle. And also apparently after you recharge the bottle, you will have to charge it. But I charged this thing on Monday full charge, and you could see the battery level from earlier is looking pretty good. So it seems at least so far a week's worth of charge in there. So that's great. Um, you can change bottle name, size, and then remove bottle entirely. You can also change some bottle glow settings. And there's the additional settings over here. You have a count. You can change the goal. It's recommended goal. You can attach it to a couple of different apps. You can change the fluid units. You could set the reminders. You could have app reminders, which is what I really wanted. I wanted to make sure that the app it would actually tell me via app when I would have to drink. And then also bottle glow reminders basically says that the bottle will also glow if you want the reminder. And then it also won't remind you between those hours of 7 a.m. and 10 p.m., which is great. Find My Bottle on the bottom of this is the thing that I was actually most confused about. So in some of the tutorials or I guess instructions or stuff like that, I was looking for the Find My Bottle option, and one of the things that I would have really liked on this device is the ability for it to actually like either well, I guess the glow, actually you could just glow from the app, but I would really like it to actually beep um, when you need to find the bottle. The Find My Bottle option actually happens over here, and it only happens when it disconnected from Bluetooth. So it actually happened by accident in my apartment because it was very far away from it. And when it disconnected, it actually, instead of the glow option that you see over there and all that stuff, what it shows you is the map of the last place that it was connected to via Bluetooth. So if you, for instance, leave it at the gym, or if you leave it at the office and you're like, oh, I forgot where I put my bottle, like you could see the last connected place. It's not like it has GPS in the bottle. That doesn't exist. It's using the GPS off of the phone, last connected from the Bluetooth. So it's not like that smart necessarily. But you can make it glow. So, and the reason I wanted that, by the way, was just in case I lose it in the couch cushions in the apartment. That happens every once in a while. I'm like, where the hell is this bottle? I have to remember that it might be in the couch cushions. So anyway, that's the Find My Bottle thing. Enable background sync is going to have increased battery usage for your device. Basically, you really kind of do want that on because you want it to sync up with whatever the bottle. The bottle is the thing that's actually tracking the amount of water and is reporting it to this app. So there you go. What is it under? Oh yeah, it's just regular, stuff like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a drink, and we're going to see if this meter pops up. And the reason we're doing this over here, as a test, is because I actually turned off its location data halfway through the week and realized that there was a change, and I'll explain what that change is in a minute. So I'm going to have a drink. Okay. So I had a drink. And what you have to do is you have to place the bottle back down on a table after you have that drink, so it can recalibrate or figure out how much water you've actually taken a sip of. So it takes a little while, typically. There it goes. Great. So when I was saying that I had a change in the middle of the week was, I don't have this app, as the main screen of my phone all day, of course. I'm going through different, email, social media, other different apps, right? And this will be in the background. I've noticed that this app is ever so slightly buggy, not critically, it's just slightly buggy, where I will have drank throughout the day and I'll come back to this app that was running in the background and it won't reset, or no, I shouldn't say reset, but get the new data for what I've drank throughout the day. What I'll have to do is I'll have to actually um, close the app, which is just like going to for Android, just like swiping up on the app list, and then reopening it, and it'll get the new data then. Again, not critical in terms of use cases here. As long as the bottle is actually getting the accurate data eventually, that's great. Um, but yeah, so that's one of the things I wanted to test, or at least tell you about, is that you might need to kind of restart the app every once in a while, just in the event that you're not having that background data running. Because I got a whole bunch of notifications on my phone saying that, like, this app is sucking your battery life. So I made the modification to make it stop doing that, and now you kind of have to like close it and restart it every once in a while just to get where your goals are. But the notifications still come in fine. There's no problems with those, so you'll always get notifications with vibration or however you've gotten the sound to go off. So I'm going to come back to my face here, and we're going to make the thing glow now, so you can just see what the glow looks like. Okay, so here's the bottle again, and here's the glow. Okay, there's a little rotation thing there. Cool. Okay, so that's the glow part of this thing. All right, and it's actually trying to remind me right now to drink. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, I guess now, or maybe it's just showing more glow settings. I have no idea, but I don't have I didn't get the notification. It's probably because I just drank anyway. So I'll have another one. Okay. Other things you need to know is that um, when you first get the bottle, like I mentioned earlier, you do need to charge it. So I highly recommend not trying to use the bottle immediately out of the box. I would recommend you actually charging the bottle. It comes with a proprietary USB to weird connection thing that goes in the bottom of this bottle. You will unscrew it from the bottom. Okay, you do not unscrew it this way. There's like this little thing in here, and you unscrew it this way. I'm not going to do it because it's going to have to recalibrate again, but you unscrew it with this inside, and not the outside, but the inside, okay? And then, again, the proprietary cable, it's USB on one side and magnetic on the other. You just magnetic it. What I did was I had it charge overnight. So I have it charged overnight, and over that time also is a good idea, of course, to clean the bottle once you get it. So you'll go ahead and clean the bottle, the spout. Inside of here, which actually is probably a good idea to show you, inside of this one you have this spout thing here. So, and I think it's because this isn't the chug version, this is the spout version. This is removable, by the way, this plastic piece here. So you could probably turn it into a chug thing, although it might be weird with the top. Anyway, so overnight, charge it, wash it. It'll be dry the next day, ready to go. It'll tell you to go, once you connect the bottle with the app, to go through the calibration settings. The calibration settings basically is that you're going to leave it empty with the bottom attached to the bottle. And it's going to take about 8 to 10 seconds to figure itself out, and I figure what it's doing is it's trying to figure out what the empty weight of the bottle is, so that any of water that gets added to it, it could use it probably by weight, and I really don't know, I'm just guessing, but it's probably figuring out the amount of water by weight, and then after it's done calibrating, you'll fill it up with water, and you can drink throughout the day. And again, when you drink a bottle of water, set it down, and it's going to take just a little bit to kind of figure out how much that is. After you finish a bottle of water, because it takes a few bottles for me, for instance, and it should for practically anybody, to reach their goal, you'll of course have to refill the bottle throughout the day. So when you refill the bottle, after you fill the bottle back up, and it tells you to fill it up to the threads inside of here, no more, but up to the threads. After you fill it up, don't drink out of it yet. You have to set it down on the table and let it calibrate itself to the new weight of water that's inside. The good thing about this is that it could actually tell you when it's done with the calibration. When I put more water in this, I'll set it down on the table, and then I'll let it sit for a minute, and you can actually see that the bottom of the glow effect actually will activate in blue. So my normal effect is a magenta, but the blue actually tells me, and I found this out by accident. I didn't even realize I was doing it, but the blue actually tells me that it is now ready to drink and to recognize what kind of water I'm drinking, or the amount of water. Um, Additionally, a couple of other things about it is, of course, the bottom is not dishwasher safe. You have to hand wash the inside. The top is. You could go ahead and take the top off and the drink, and you could put that in the dishwasher if you want. I don't have a dishwasher, so I don't have to worry about it. But the bottle itself, because it has that attachment to the bottom, which is electronic, you need to hand wash the inside. You have to be careful about that. And that's really all I have to say about it. It's so far for the week, it's been really great. My fiance is super jealous, actually. I shouldn't say super jealous. She's kind of jelly of the bottle because it actually tracks how well you're doing. I've noticed myself having to refill my water filter much more often because of it. And that makes me recognize that prior to this, I certainly wasn't drinking enough water, even by myself, and her not reminding me. I was probably drinking maybe like 3 of these maximum, where I'm obviously drinking much more just with this one, which is, just ever so slightly larger than this thing. So that's been great. I've been going to the bathroom a lot more because of it, which is great because it's, draining out all the toxic stuff that I might be, having in my body. So all that stuff is really great. So highly recommend this thing. Also, it's not that expensive. Obviously, I have a ton of water bottles here that I've either gotten for free or super cheap or just cheap in general. It is not, like the, cheap water bottle. It's a smart water bottle, but it's also not as expensive as some of the other crazy smart water bottles that are out there. I think the Life Fuels one is like close to $200. This I purchased for under 100. Okay, I think it was 65, maybe 70. Okay, and again, for a smart water bottle that is, doing this tracking stuff with the app, I think it's completely worth it, especially as a metal bottle. I think it's awesome. Like this one is plastic, and it doesn't feel good. I really like the metal stuff, and you can see like I have most of the ones that I've actually kept onto are metal, like this one here, this one. Those are all metal. And also, I've actually purchased this one because it says not vodka on it. I thought that was really cool. But all of them are metal, so I really like the metal feel of it. It's like that keeps my touch cool, it keeps the water cool. So I really like that. So that's it. That's all I really wanted to talk about for this video in particular. Is that I really like this Hydrate Spark thing. I really recommend it over the past week that I've had it, and I think it's the right way to go. So anyway, that's all I'll say about that. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys for another video, some other tech. I have a lot of tech that I bought, so it'll probably be another video soon. All right, later.